Have you ever chased happiness only to feel it slip through your fingers the moment you grasp it? Maybe you worked tirelessly for a promotion, hoping it would bring lasting satisfaction. Or you longed for love, imagining that the right relationship would finally make you whole. And yet, once those desires were fulfilled, the joy felt fleeting. Like a dream fading in the light of morning, a new desire took its place. A new chase began. This endless cycle of striving and dissatisfaction is something many of us recognize. But what if happiness isn't found through chasing at all? What if true peace arises not from grasping, but from trusting? Trusting in something beyond ourselves. This is where Pure Land Buddhism offers a radical shift in understanding. While many in the West associate Buddhism with silent meditation, mindfulness retreats, or rigorous personal discipline, they often overlook a spiritual path followed by over 500 million people across Asia. This path is not rooted in personal achievement or mystical silence, but in heartfelt devotion, cosmic compassion, and spiritual inclusivity. It invites us not to transcend suffering through effort alone, but to be embraced by a boundless love that transcends our limitations. At the center of this tradition is Amitabha Buddha, a celestial being whose name means infinite light. His pure land, called Sukhavati, is not a myth or a metaphor, but a realm of ultimate learning and transformation, a place where anyone, no matter how flawed or unlearned, can awaken to their true nature. And the key to entering this sacred space, it's not wealth, status, or years of meditation. It's a simple, sincere act of calling his name. Namo Amitabha Buddha. This chant is more than sound. It's a lifeline. A mother whispering it as she prepares food for her children, an old man reciting it with his final breaths, a young woman chanting as she walks home from work. These are not empty rituals. They are bridges between the seen and unseen, the mundane and the divine. Pure Land Buddhism reminds us that spiritual awakening is not reserved for the elite few. It's available to all who long for it. In a world driven by ego, perfectionism, and isolation, this tradition offers a vision of hope rooted in interconnection, humility, and trust. This story explores that vision. From ancient temples in China to quiet altars in Japanese homes, from sacred texts to personal testimonies, we will uncover how Pure Land Buddhism became one of the most practiced, yet least understood, spiritual paths in the world. We'll discover a faith that turns the pursuit of enlightenment from a solitary struggle into a shared journey toward infinite compassion. And perhaps, along the way, we might find that the peace we've been chasing was never far from us at all. It was in the calling, in the name. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Have you ever noticed something peculiar about happiness? The harder you chase it, the more it slips through your fingers. You tell yourself, if I get that promotion, then I'll be happy. If I meet the right person, then I'll be complete. If I finally achieve that goal, then peace will be mine. Yet, when you achieve those milestones, the happiness feels fleeting, like a dream fading upon waking. Soon, a new desire forms, and the chase begins again. This pattern is mirrored in the pursuit of enlightenment within the realm of Buddhism. While Western interest has leaned heavily toward Zen meditation and mindfulness practices, a vastly more significant movement has flourished quietly across Asia, one that emphasizes connection, devotion, and a cosmic vision. This movement is Pure Land Buddhism, a tradition followed by over 500 million Buddhists worldwide, particularly in China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam. A hidden tradition picture. A scene. It's 402 CE on Mount Lushan in China, where a monk named Huiyuan gathers 123 followers around a sacred spring. Together, they make a vow that will alter the course of Buddhism forever. This vow marks not just a prayer, but the birth of one of the largest and most profound movements within Buddhism, one that many in the West may have never fully understood. Pure Land, Buddhism, operates under a unique premise, distinct from the meditative rigor of Zen. It doesn't rely on disciplined meditation techniques or the philosophical frameworks that have captured Western interest. Instead, at its core, Pure Land practices encourage practitioners to chant the name of Amitabha Buddha, words believed to transport consciousness to a transcendent realm designed for enlightenment. In Japan, the majority of Buddhist temples embrace some form of Pure Land practice. In cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, most of the active Buddhist temples focus on the chanting of Namo Amitabha Buddha, rather than Zen meditation. This duality is essential, as understanding Pure Land gives insight into how a vast number of Buddhists engage with their spiritual lives daily. Yet this reality remains largely absent from mainstream Western discourse about Buddhism. The challenge of translation. So, why does this significant vein of Buddhism remain relatively unknown in the West? The answer lies in how different traditions translate to varying cultures. Zen well establishes itself through methods immediately accessible to Western psychology, techniques of meditation, mindfulness, and self-help methodologies that fit seamlessly into corporate wellness programs and therapy. In contrast, Pure Land Buddhism encompasses more than just systematic practices. It requires a relationship with the transcendent and trust in forces beyond mere individual effort. This discrepancy creates a gap between how these traditions are understood and experienced in different cultural contexts. Indeed, the numbers tell a story that challenges the perception many hold based on limited exposure to Buddhist texts or practices. The meditation retreats and mindfulness apps embraced in the West represent only about 5% of actual Buddhist practice globally. The real heart of Buddhism, where daily life converges with spiritual aspiration, pulsates in Pure Land temples, where people chant for their families, call Amitabha's name while tending crops, or utter Nembutsu during their lunch breaks. This is not a fringe aspect. It is the essence of what Buddhism means to hundreds of millions of its practitioners. Understanding Pure Land Buddhism. To comprehend this movement fully, it helps to explore the fundamental premise that made it grow into something so powerful. Siddhartha Gautama, known as Shakyamuni Buddha, didn't merely reflect on his enlightenment, but shared teachings about countless Buddhas in diverse realms throughout the cosmos. The sutras attributed to him describe a network of enlightened beings across space and time, presenting a vision that encompasses not just an individual's journey toward enlightenment, but a cosmic connection of unity and compassion. Pure Land Buddhism does not mark a departure from the original teachings of the Buddha. Rather, it fulfills the wider cosmic vision he laid out. The essence of this understanding brings us to the story of Dharmakara, the monk who aspired to create an ideal Pure Land where all beings could achieve enlightenment. Studying under Buddha Lokeshvara Raja, Dharmakara envisioned a celestial realm crafted through profound compassion, not just a beautiful place, but a universe constructed explicitly to facilitate enlightenment for anyone who sought it. The Cosmic Architect. When Dharmakara expressed his desire to create such an ideal realm, he was met with warnings that accomplishing it would require vows of extraordinary scope and compassion. Undeterred, Dharmakara devoted 5 aeons to studying and perfecting every aspect of existing Pure Lands, cataloging strengths and weaknesses, to ultimately conceive what he termed Sukhavati, the Pure Land. His 48 vows were not mere affirmations, but architectural blueprints for a universe that would ensure enlightenment. For example, one vow states, "If any being, even one who has committed terrible karma, calls my name with sincere heart 10 times, and they are not reborn in my land, may I not achieve perfect enlightenment. What unfolds here isn't just an ideal paradise for souls to rest. It's a comprehensive system for spiritual education, a cosmic university where every being can learn and grow. The intent was clear, to create a structure where beings could evolve intellectually and spiritually while under the nurturing influence of Amitabha and a multitude of bodhisattvas. A radical departure from conventional concepts. When we compare Amitabha's Pure Land to the traditional notions of heaven, we see a profound distinction. Heaven is often seen as a reward, a place of eternal bliss, whereas the Pure Land serves as a university or training ground for spiritual growth. Here, beings do not merely exist. They actively participate in a curriculum of profound teachings, engaging in understanding emptiness, cultivating compassion, and developing skills to assist other sentient beings across the multiverse. As one enters the Pure Land, they emerge from a lotus flower, symbolizing rebirth in a transformed state of being. This light body is guided through an environment tailored to foster enlightenment. Every element, from the songs of birds reciting the Four Noble Truths to the flowing waters that articulate sutras, is sophisticatedly designed for spiritual cultivation. A key aspect that makes this cosmologically innovative is that, unlike many spiritual systems requiring extensive training or moral perfection, the admission to this cosmic university rests solely on sincere trust in Amitabha's compassion and a genuine desire to help all beings achieve enlightenment. A farmer chanting Namo Amitabha Buddha with a sincere heart possesses the same access to this blissful existence as a learned scholar. This democratization of enlightenment is revolutionary. Anyone, regardless of education, gender, or social status, can engage in the practice and reach towards cosmic compassion. Such accessibility has profound implications, breaking down barriers traditionally upheld within various spiritual practices. The impact on society. Not only has Pure Land Buddhism transformed individual lives, but it has also left an indelible mark on society. It challenged the social fabric of cultures by promoting equality within spiritual practices. Women and lay people suddenly found equal paths to enlightenment, breaking the glass ceiling that had restricted spiritual achievement to male monastics. Walking through museums housing Asian art collections, one discovers visual narratives depicting Amitabha's Pure Land, a testament to the social revolution evoked through these beliefs. Japanese woodblock prints, Chinese scroll paintings, and Korean temple murals illustrate ordinary individuals ascending to this enchanted realm of compassion without the need for monastic seclusion or rigorous study. As Pure Land principles spread, they began influencing governance, encouraging policies driven by universal compassion rather than strict hierarchies. Educational frameworks expanded, allowing broader access, reflecting the understanding that every individual possesses Buddha nature worthy of development. Cultural controversy and dialogue. Despite its profound influence, the rise of Pure Land Buddhism sparked controversy among traditional scholars who accused it of simplifying the teachings of Buddhism. These critiques framed it as dumbing down complex spiritual technology into simplistic faith, yet proponents of Pure Land Buddhism countered with clarity and precision. They emphasized that they were not diminishing Buddhism, but revealing its ultimate teaching. That enlightenment is a matter of cosmic grace, a recognition of realities transcending personal effort. The theological tension between Jiriki, self-power, and Tariki, other power, became a focal point of discussion. Traditional Buddhism often emphasized individual cultivation and ethical conduct through self-effort, but Pure Land introduced reliance on Amitabha's compassionate energy and the grace available to all, irrespective of individual perfection. Transformational experiences across cultures. Stories and historical accounts abound regarding the transformative effects of Pure Land practice on ordinary lives. An elderly farmer, upon practicing Nembutsu in his final moments, reportedly attained profound peace, illustrating the simplicity and accessibility of these teachings. Samurai warriors, merchants in trade, and mothers nurturing their children found solace and transformation through chanting Amitabha's name. These accounts revolutionized perspectives about who could access enlightenment. No longer confined to educated elites or monastic practitioners, the Pure Land pathways opened up spiritual exploration to all individuals willing to engage earnestly with their practice. Conclusion: embracing the Mahayana vision. Pure Land Buddhism represents a profound and often overlooked chapter in the Buddhist narrative. This intricate web of cosmic care and universal compassion constructed by Amitabha enables countless beings to engage on their spiritual journeys, irrespective of their backgrounds. In a world filled with division and barriers, Pure Land serves as a reminder of the power of trust in universal compassion, illuminating pathways towards enlightenment for all. As we navigate through diverse understandings of spirituality, embracing the Mahayana vision can enrich our perspectives and galvanize us toward efforts that cultivate compassion not only for ourselves but for all beings. This understanding encourages us to look deeper into the living practices of Buddhism around the world, appreciating that enlightenment isn't just an abstract idea confined to texts, but a vibrant, accessible journey resonating through the lives of millions. So, the next time you hear about Buddhism, remember the vastness of its teachings. The heart of Pure Land awaits. Through chanting Namo Amitabha Buddha. We do more than repeat words. We awaken to the interconnectedness felt throughout the cosmos, recognizing that in the boundless expanse of existence, everyone can partake in the journey toward enlightenment.